Tesla is no longer just building cars. This week revealed something much bigger. Tesla is positioning itself to control transportation, energy infrastructure, and even the AI layer that runs through your daily life. Three separate headlines: Arizona's Robotaxi Permit, Stellantis adopting NACS, and Elon Musk hinting that Grok could power Siri, form a triangle that points directly to Tesla's next decade of dominance. Hi, this is Ken. If you are a TSLA investor, understanding this triangle gives you a major advantage. These developments signal the arrival of three new cash flow streams: paid robotaxi operations, industry-wide dependence on Tesla's charging network, and AI expansion far beyond Tesla vehicles. This isn't about short-term news. This is about positioning yourself for the next major re-rating of Tesla's valuation. Let's break it down clearly, simply, and analytically. Before diving into the analysis, here are the four important headlines that dropped in the past 24 hours. First, Tesla has officially been granted a transportation network company permit in Arizona. This means Tesla can legally operate paid ride-hailing services across the entire state. It does not mean full autonomy is approved yet, but it means Tesla can now run revenue-generating robotaxi operations with human safety monitors. Second, Stellantis, one of the biggest auto groups in the world, including Jeep and Dodge, announced that it will adopt Tesla's NACS standard. Their EVs will gain access to the supercharger network in North America starting in 2026 and in Japan and South Korea from 2027. Tesla's charging ecosystem is becoming the de facto global standard. Third, Elon Musk replied, "I'm down to the idea of using Grok to replace Siri's backend." Apple hasn't responded, and it may never happen, but this small comment shows how XAI's technology could expand into consumer ecosystems beyond the car. And finally, a safety driver in the Bay Area was caught sleeping during robotaxi monitoring. On the surface, this looks bad, but it also reveals something deeper. Human supervision is actually the weakest link in current robotaxi testing. Now that you have the facts, let's dive into what they really mean. Let's start with Arizona. Many people focus on the fact that full autonomy isn't approved, but that misses the real point. What matters is this: Tesla can now charge money for ride-hailing. Once revenue begins flowing, even at small scale, the entire business model of Tesla starts to shift. Instead of selling a car once, Tesla begins earning money every day from that same vehicle as it operates on the network. This is the first real step toward a recurring revenue model that resembles software more than traditional automotive. Think of each vehicle as a tiny business that never sleeps. Next, Stellantis and NX. This is a huge psychological shift in the industry. Stellantis was one of the last holdouts. The moment they adopted NACS, it effectively confirmed something everyone saw coming. Building your own charging network makes no financial sense anymore. The infrastructure is too expensive, too slow to deploy, and Tesla's network is simply too far ahead. In other words, for competitors, Tesla's supercharger network is no longer optional. It's a dependency, and dependencies become power. Now, let's talk about Grok. Elon Musk's "I am down" comment might seem casual, but it illustrates a key trend. Tesla's AI is starting to escape the car. Grok is already being integrated deeper into the Tesla ecosystem, but if it ever becomes part of smartphones, smart speakers, or home automation systems, Tesla's AI layer could sit at the center of everyday life. That means brand loyalty, user data, and new monetization paths far outside the auto industry. And the sleeping safety driver, it proves the obvious but often unspoken reality. Humans are the unstable part of the system. Humans get tired. Humans lose focus. The more these stories appear, the stronger Tesla's argument becomes that autonomous systems, once proven safe, should not be forced to rely on unreliable human monitors. This sets the stage for regulatory conversations to shift toward full driverless approval. Let's connect the dots. Tesla is pursuing a long-term strategy with 3 layers. Layer 1 is mobility, Robotaxi, FSD, and the shift to recurring revenue. Layer 2 is infrastructure, the supercharger network, grid services, and energy products. Layer 3 is AI, Grok, autonomous decision-making, and the software layer that unifies everything. These 3 layers reinforce each other. Robotaxi services depend on the charging network. The charging network becomes more powerful as more third-party vehicles rely on it, and the AI layer coordinates and optimizes all of it. This is why these seemingly unrelated news items matter so much. They show how fast Tesla is locking these layers into place. Now let's talk about what this means for investors. The Robotaxi model creates high-margin recurring revenue. Once driverless operations begin, Tesla could generate revenue from every mile driven. Legacy automakers have no comparable model. The charging network becomes a toll road-style business. High utilization by non-Tesla vehicles means Tesla earns money from competitors simply operating on the road. And the AI layer, Grok and future integrations, introduces the kind of valuation multiples typically reserved for tech companies, not automakers. When you add these together, you get a fundamentally different company from the one Wall Street still thinks it understands. Here's something most people haven't noticed. The shift to NACS doesn't just benefit Tesla financially or strategically. It also solves a hidden problem: data access. Whenever another brand's EV uses the supercharger network, Tesla gains insights into charge behavior, energy demand, fleet patterns, and more. This means Tesla's data advantage, already massive, expands every time a non-Tesla plugs in. In other words, competitors are now feeding Tesla valuable real-world data without realizing it. That is a deeper strategic win than almost anybody is talking about. So where does all this go? Arizona could become the first state to approve full driverless Tesla robotaxi operations. Texas and potentially parts of California may follow. Once the first few markets open up, scaling becomes dramatically faster because Tesla's fleet is already on the road. From 2026 to 2027, we could see the transition from supervised operations to fully autonomous robotaxi networks in several states. On the infrastructure side, NACS adoption becomes global. Japan adopting NACS in 2027 will likely push Asia to standardize around Tesla's design. And on the AI front, Grok becomes more powerful, more integrated into Tesla vehicles, and potentially available beyond the car. As multimodal AI systems improve, Tesla's ecosystem expands from transportation to everyday digital life. This is the moment where Tesla stops being evaluated as an automaker and starts being priced like an AI mobility platform. For long-term investors, the big question is simple: which part of Tesla's future will drive the most value? The robotaxi network, the charging infrastructure, or the AI ecosystem? The honest answer is that all 3 reinforce each other. The robotaxi network drives utilization. The infrastructure supports scale. The AI layer makes the entire system smarter and safer. These forces work together to form Tesla's next S-curve. If you understand this dynamic, you are already ahead of most investors in the market. If today's analysis helped clarify where Tesla is heading, consider subscribing to Stay Connected. I break down Tesla's evolution every day, and together we can navigate this next era of mobility and AI. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Before we wrap up, let me take a moment to introduce myself. I drive a Tesla Model Y, And at home, I've installed a Tesla Powerwall, so I actually charge my car with solar energy. I truly believe Tesla is shaping the future, and that's why I share the latest news and insights here on this channel. I'm from Japan, but I want to connect with Tesla fans all around the world. That's why I also create an English version of my videos. YouTube now lets you switch the audio into your own language, so you can enjoy it in whatever language you prefer. Most of all, I'd love to connect with Tesla fans everywhere so we can support Tesla together. I also share updates on X, so feel free to follow me there and let's connect. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.